Alright, there goes the horn. We are back for some more Faction Frenzy. Let's go to the next semifinals match. It's the Squirtle Squad versus Public Metal. Now, what do you guys think about this one?
Again, I'm super excited to see whether the Squirtle Squad will be able to take on the monster that is Public Metal and make it to the Grand Finals, or whether Public Metal will endure the test of Faction Frenzy, starting out in that lower round one. To get to the semifinals, to take on the Double Ds.
All right, any other thoughts from the panel before we move on forward?
I'd just like to say hi properly this time. Hello, people.
All right, well, here you go. It's going to be me and Captain Fog here casting for this one. We got Siege Ross and Sniper Man versus Classic Metal and Freak Spot. This is going to be a fun match indeed. I mean, CJ, he's a guy that we've missed watching in tournaments. He sadly was not able to go to the playoffs due to his schedule. But he played very fantastically during his run of September Showdown.
Yeah, definitely. We are into Army selection now. We've got Freak Spot and Classic Metal going for Squirrels, of course. It'll be interesting to see whether they take the same builds they took in the previous matchup in Sanitarium and Sniper Man, or Siege Ross and Sniper Man. Again, we're seeing that artillery out there. We saw that it did a lot of good in the last game, whether it was tanking damage or taking out reinforcements or just kind of shutting down a whole area. So it'll be interesting to see if Sniper Man can utilize it in this matchup.
Here's the barbed wire coming out here. It's going to be quite the game. Number one, it's going to be Public Metal versus the Squirtle Squad.
Here we go in Sanitarium and Sniper Man as the Squirtle Squad is red and blue in the southwest, and Classic Metal and Freak Spot as red and green, or blue colors, yellow and green, in the east.
So I have to say, if I was rolling the dice to see what kind of expansions I got, you know, I'd want to have the luck that CJ and Sniper have.
Wow, that is absurd. The reason we're laughing here is because there are a lot of bases on the side of Insanitarium and Sniper Man. Classic Metal and Free Spot have one safe base, but that even has a ledge above it, so it might be easy to take out should Sniper Man and Insanitarium get on that top high ground. But if you draw a line down the middle of the map, most of the bases are on the side of red and blue, which means they're going to have a big advantage in the long game.
Well, here we go. We're going to have just, looks like both sides just going to go to the 8 farms. It looks like no real sign of units quite yet. Oh, there's Classic Metal with Squirrels. And looks like everyone will be following suit very shortly. I mean, in the meantime, like, what do you think, what do you think Freak Spot and Classic Metal are going to have to do here?
I think what they've been doing so far has been working well. You've got Classic Metal's Balls of Squirrels. You've got Freak Spot backing up. I played a couple games with Freak Spot earlier this morning, and he thoroughly trounced me. So he's definitely, not that that's that hard to do, not that that's that hard to do, but definitely is warmed up, and they're ready to communicate between each other.
In the meantime, we do have the initial warrants coming out public. He has his lizard warrants and 2 squirrel warrants placed down for himself, while Sniper Man will be following suit but with pigeons instead of lizards.
Alright, in Sanitarium going down to the combined firepower of yellow and green. Of course, not a huge deal. Come back in about 7 seconds, so all he loses is control of his army and a little bit of scouting time. Free Spot going down in return, so commander deaths 1-1.
I mean, it looks like nothing too aggressive coming out either side, although Freak Spot, he's like moved his units out pretty far forward there.
Oh, and Sanitarium has gone for a Chameleon Warren, which is a little bit early.
Oh, this is something I love to see from this guy. He loves his chameleons. It's glad to see him do it. But in the meantime, Sniper Man tries to build an expansion, and Freak Spot tried to go for it, but it looks like Sanitarium was able to get there fast enough before he to do it, and now the balloon is up in time, or it gets taken down very quickly, and now Sniper and Sanitarium have to fight off against Classic Metal Squirrels. 11 squirrels right now, but it's going to be 15 very soon, and they're just marching their way towards the bases right now, just trying to take out as much farm as they can, as many units, and the damage is pretty much real here. Sniper Man loses 3 farms in this engagement, and they're out.
Yeah, that chameleon is out now, and it did a fair amount of damage. I saw it take down 4 or 5 squirrels that were meandering their way along the road to reinforce. Definitely a terrifying thing if you're a squirrel to be running down the road, excited to join your friends, and then immediately get smacked in the face with a spiky club.
Yep. Both sides have the chameleons out for themselves, and it looks like this lone green chameleon is going to be going after this mill here by himself. Look how much damage he's going to be doing with each swing. Sniperman has to get here really fast in order to fend off against Chameleon. Chameleon, now invisible, just walks away from the call from the spot.
That was a nice play. Definitely dragging Sniperman's army out of position, but also a little bit of psychological warfare. You've got those chameleons popping up out of nowhere.
All right, the balloon's up once more, this time for the Sanitarium, but can his squirrels last long enough for it to go up? And it's down once more. These balloons are not getting up fast enough to defend them. And now, with this newly built mill that Sanitarium put money into, it's gone already.
And you can see Classic Metal and Freak Spot just winning engagement after engagement here.
Oh, there goes Sniper Man. He's not out quite yet. He still has one more expansion. And it looks like they're trying to figure out where to go now. They're bringing their army. They still have reinforcements of squirrels coming in. They're going to go after in Sanitarium here on the bottom. He does not have many units. He has a few squirrels, but that's not enough. He is out.
Sniperman's going to be very hard pressed. He's got 4 farms building, but the army is coming in right now. He doesn't have any units on the field right now.
Oh, there we go. Sniperman trying to get his pigs to do some battling here, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to be game. Classic Metal and Public take a very aggressive game number 1.
Geez, I don't know whether that's a factor of their teamwork together or whether they're warmed up because they've been playing. They're riding the high of winning that last fight, but definitely a very convincing game 1 for Classic Metal and Freak Spot.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, but there is a chance for them to make a comeback here. Hopefully it doesn't become a 2-0. Maybe we'll see a game 3 one of these matches, hopefully. I mean, this could be the one.